And then this broke. Hey, every time I want to swear, should I just put this over my mouth? That way you can't figure out what I'm saying. I mean, I'm just losing my mind here. This is really frustrating because I just warrantied this and it broke again. Hi, I'm D.E. Nichols, and I'm usually pretty chill. But today I'm kind of pissed. Yes, that's blood on my forehead. Got a lot of bloody fingers today too. I bled that one. I bled this one and this one and this one. Actually doing electrical work is what got me bloody. But don't click off. I'm here to hate on this. A lot of people have tested it. A lot of people have said it's accurate. I think they're right. I've torqued things down and untorqued them slightly and checked them with other torque wrenches of much more expense, and they've been perfectly accurate. But how accurate are they when they're broken and useless? Okay? All right, I get it. It's got a lifetime warranty. I get that too. But I live a half an hour away from a Harbor Freight. An hour used to be an hour, okay? So it was a really big deal when something broke. The first two, well, let me back up. I had a long service of really good service from them, and I know they would just replace it, but that's not the point. I can't just keep going to Harbor Freight constantly at the rate that these are breaking now. My first one lasted me 10 years. My next one lasted 18 months. And I figured, well, you know, at that particular job, I did a lot of tire rotations. So I kind of forgave that. But it still seemed suspicious, right? And then, and when I talk about failure, they may not have failed. Forgive the little bit of noise, but I need some fan blowing here in my truck so I don't get too hot, okay? It's cool with that. I hope you can put up with the sound. All right. The first one lasted 10 years. Impressive. Basic, cheap Harbor Freight. Next one, 18 months. And then I don't know exactly the time frame, but I've warrantied them a lot since a few years ago. And it's gotten down to where I'm lucky to make 3 months, 6 months before it breaks. See? The last few failures were one of these screws coming out. And right about as I figure, I will take it out and put a little bit of goo on there, thread locker, so it would stay in place. The screw would be gone, and that holds this plate down in place. And if you carefully put it all just right, I'm sure the torquing feature is still accurate as long as this still is turning when it should. But that's one failure. This failure is completely different. It's on the other end. So this was starting to come unscrewed, and I can't. It would get stuck, okay? So this piece apparently attaches to this piece, and I can't even get it to move right now. But if I did with my bloody fingers, this guy right here would turn to adjust the torque setting and come off of this. And I have no idea whether it'd be accurate getting this down to the correct Newton meters or foot pounds. I have no idea. I have no idea if it would still have been accurate because I saw kind of like a spring under there and stuff. And I thought, this doesn't look good. Okay. So I had to just count my ugga-duggas and make every tire about the same number of ugga-duggas. And I didn't like that at all. Okay. I know a lot of mechanics, including Eric the car guy, feel comfortable with just, putting them all on a ball about the same and moving on with life. I started in shops where it was a requirement to use this. I did some personal testing, and I found that no matter how accurate you think your air gun is, you're better off using one of these, because if you get your torque specs off from lug nut to lug nut, you cause damage to your brakes. If it's like a disc brake, it can create a different amount of pressure, turn it, and you can develop a squeak, you can develop a warp. It has all kinds of things that it can cause. Or with the overly excited, it can break off lug nuts because they're over tightening things too much. The technique I use is, if it's a standard car, I take my air gun, I get a couple of ugga-duggas, okay? Then I take out the torque wrench, and if it's 86 foot-pounds, then I torque it to 86 foot-pounds. If it's 76, like a Toyota Camry, I do 76. On my truck's 87. A lot of bigger cars are about 100, and a lot of big trucks are about 150. And maybe that's what helped kill this off. I'm in a shop where a lot of Silverados come through. And, you know, that's the max this is allowed to run. So maybe that's why there has been an issue. But still, this one felt funky from the beginning. And everything felt about right. My arm's trained well enough that I could actually probably get away until I have a chance on the weekend to go to Harbor Freight or something to go warranty this. But sometimes that's not the point. And trust me, I'm being very calm right now. I had some friends that were very surprised at my reaction. It's one thing if it breaks, but it just keeps breaking. This has already been a week where I flew away for the weekend, was traveling a lot, lost a lot of sleep, get a lot of personal things done, and don't worry, I'm safe. I'm rested to take good care of my customers before I went back to work. But I'm already tired. And today, I'm bloody. That's not usual. That blood's not usual. But that's just kind of how today's been. Keep getting stabbed. And I also got metal flakes all up in my hands. And then, this broke. Hey, every time I want to swear, should I just put this over my mouth? That way you can't figure out what I'm saying. I mean, I'm just losing my mind here. This is really frustrating because I just warranted this and it broke again. And that's what I said last time. So you know what my new answer is? You know what my new answer is? Duralast. That's my new answer. My new answer is to buy a Duralast. My favorite AutoZone, unfortunately, did not have it, so I had to go to my second favorite. When they called to them, they were kind of confused and couldn't figure out what they were talking about. It was rather sad. I even know how to do a part search that turned into a tool search on their system because I've been a customer there so long. But I guess some people are just young kids, right? Anyway, the Duralast micrometer, same kind of concept. Does 10 to 150. Just did. I guess it did 0 to 150, but who needs a torque wrench for 0? Something I don't like about this click type torque wrench is it comes in the package already at 20 foot-pounds. You have to store it at 0 for it to be accurate. So even Duralast right now is not catching my favor right out of the gate. I'll test it, but this video is not about this video. This is my solution, which is sad because I already bought this and I was told lifetime warranty. And if I'm too frustrated to go back for another one, I guess it's the warranty is tapped out. Okay. So anyway, if you survived this long with me being this negative, other than my usual self, please forgive me. I'm actually usually a very loving and kind person. Up on the top right will be the most related video to upgrade your knowledge, probably about tools. I'll look around my channel and see what's the best choice. I might even update it when I do a tire rotation video. I shot it a couple years ago. A whole memory card that's been missing forever has come back into my life. And I'm so excited because while I was in California, I shot a bunch of videos that I hadn't uploaded yet. And you might just get me working with some of these young folk that I was mentoring. Now, obviously, since I'm rambling on, that link wasn't up there yet when I mentioned it. But once I get to that point, when there's 20 seconds left of the video, There's going to be the most related video here, and probably a Duralast tool video. And down here is going to be the video that YouTube says you will like the most on my channel. And I have to tell you, YouTube knows you pretty well. You know that it suggests some darn good videos sometimes. So out of all my channel, YouTube's going to pick which video you like the most. It's going to be right here. Get out there and work on something. And if you like this video and like to see more angry ones, I'm sorry. It's usually not going to happen. I've lost my mind against one other Harbor Freight wrench. If you prefer the usual happy me, feel free to subscribe right here. Poke me in the eye. Thanks. Yeah, poke me in the eye. I've been poked in the eye over 1,000 times. I'm kidding. You can subscribe without poking me in the eye, but that's one of the ways to do it. Get out there and work on something.